Okay, so thank you all for joining me for a 60-minute yoga class. We're going to do traditional 26 and 2 yoga, 26 postures, 2 breathing exercises. Before we do that, we'll do a little bit of a warm-up, 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up the body before hopping into 26 and 2. So for the sun salutations, come towards the top of your mat. I'm going to turn on a light here. I'm going to stand back a little bit and show you in periphery. That's better. Okay. Bring your feet close together towards the top of your mat, and I'm going to show you from the side. Take a moment, bring the weight into your toes, rock the weight back into your heels, and then just firmly ground both feet on the floor as a symbolic gesture that you are arriving in the present moment. Bring your hands together at heart center. If you'd like to set an intention for yourself in class, this is the time to do so. Okay, and we'll begin. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, looking up as if you're saluting the sun. Exhale, suck your stomach in, bend your knees, fold forward, drop your head. Inhale into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or eventually the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, place your hands on the floor and step back into a high plank or into tabletop position. You have an option to stay here in your plank or tabletop, or lean forward 2 inches, hug your elbows in, and slowly lower down to a 90-degree angle. As you inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do baby cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other, try to lift your hips up, press your heels down, and drop your head. If down dog doesn't feel right for your body, no problem. Come down into a child's pose instead, sinking your hips down as you reach your arms forward. So every plank can be a tabletop, every down dog can be a child's pose. And if that motion in between those where we lower down, kind of like a push-up, and then come up into a back bend, we call that a vinyasa. If that vinyasa motion does not feel right for your body, skip it. Go directly from your plank or tabletop right into your down dog or child's pose. On your next inhale, look forward, hands on the floor, and step forward, feet between the hands into a halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and drop your head down. Inhale, circle your arms, reach your eyes, come on up, looking up overhead, saluting the sun. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good, 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, looking up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift, looking forward. Exhale, keep looking forward, hands on the floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. Remember that you can go from here directly into your down dog or child's pose, or take a vinyasa, leaning forward 2 inches, hug your elbows in, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into your back bend. If you're doing up dog, thighs must be on the floor. Otherwise, baby cobra, elbows bent, thighs on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog or child's pose. So for child's pose, try to stretch your arms forward as you sink your hips down towards your heels. For down dog, press your heels down, lift your hips up, contract your thighs. Push the floor away from you, use all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. Push down there so that not all the weight is in your wrists. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, look forward, step forward into your halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your head. Inhale, come on up, knees can bend, arms up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Good, last one. Inhale, lift your arms up, looking up. Exhale, bend your knees, stomach in, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back flat, weight in the toes. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank. Keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, come up into your back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog or child's pose. For the last down dog, try to get your heels on the floor. You might need to take a slightly wider stance. Spread your fingers wide, roll your shoulders down away from your ears, and drop your head. Lift your hips, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, look forward. You can step or try hopping forward into your halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, drop your head. Inhale, reach your eyes, come on up, arms in your ears, looking up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Wonderful. Okay, now we'll hop into our beloved 26 and 2. Bring your feet close together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, down, head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Glue your ankle bones together. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze your butt. Exhale, head up. Lock your legs. Weight stays in your heels. Hips a little forward. Hip muscles contracting. Thigh muscles tight. Inhale, head down as you inhale. Suck your stomach in. Depression to abdominal wall. Contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, even as you exhale, keep your abdominal wall engaged, eyes open, arms forward, stretch arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Let's make this the last breath in the first set. Spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, take your time, eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathing in through the nose against the back of the throat. Create a little bit of a vibration, snoring sensation. Exhale, head up, use your throat muscles. Think of your throat like a valve, constricted, breathe slower, longer. Exhale more, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in. On your next breath, push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down, chin down, elbows up, stomach in, full lungs. Exhale, head up, head back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, last breath. Second set, deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. Half moon with hands to feet pose. Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana, feet together, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips forward, squeeze your palms together, and bring your upper body down. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight lines, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Bring the weight back into your heels. Push your hips a little forward, upper body back. Press your left hip forward to keep your two hips in line. Now bring your right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push and push and push. Change. Inhale to come up, stop in the middle, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you push your hips to the right. Coming down in a straight line without bending your elbows and knees. Make sure you're breathing in and out through your nose. That's the trick to yoga. Make breathing your number one priority. Probably a good idea when you leave the room as well. Keep the weight in your heels. Push your right hip forward so your hips face the front of your mat. Now bring your left shoulder forward. Same thing. You want right shoulder to stack on top of left shoulder so your chest is open and chin is lifted. Come down. Push and push and push. Change. Inhale to come up. First back bend. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open. Relax your head back as far as it goes. Look for the floor behind you, and then immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, and upper back. Bend your total spine backward bending. Try to fall down backwards. Maximum weight in your heels. Lock your legs. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change. Inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down. Put your hands on the floor, drop your head, and then go for a walk. Move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or eventually grab your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Wrap your elbows back. Touch stomach to thighs. Chest, knees, let your head hang heavy. Eventually touch your face to your shins below your knees. No room for light and air between the upper and lower body. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes. Lift your hips up. Stretch your spine down. You want to stretch the whole back of your body. Good. Change. Come on up. Try to keep your back flat as you come up so knees can bend, but you want to hinge at your hips. Nice. Arms down and you stand a little taller. Second set. Feet together, arms overhead. Palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the right as you push your hips to the left. So my experience practicing this yoga outside of a hot room now is that at the beginning of class, maybe we can't go as far, but at the end of class, we have a little bit more energy. So it's a bit of a trade-off. So, if you practice hot yoga in a hot room for like 10 years and you find you can't go down as far in half moon, I'm right there with you. Lock your right arm. Lock your left arm, contract your right thigh, contract your left thigh, breathe, come down, push, 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 change. Inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you push your hips to the right. So on the one hand, like maybe we don't go as far, but on the other hand, it's been my experience, like I don't have to skip postures as much, right? Because I'm not like so exhausted by the end. Keep the weight in your heels, push your hips a little forward, head and arms back, squeeze your palms together up to the wrists. Push your right hip forward, keep your two hips in line. Now bring your left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower, petal blooming, come down, push, and push, and push. Change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head all the way back, and then bring your arms back with your ears. So the minute the knees or elbows start to bend, posture is over. Come up, lock your legs, lock your arms, squeeze your palms together. Now push your hips forward, and now bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward with a flat back. Put your hands on the floor and then drop your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. You've been here before. Notice what's a little more loose, what's still a little tight. No right or wrong. Second set, Padasana, bend your knees, grab your heels from behind and wrap your elbows back. Touch stomach to thighs, chest and knees eventually face to the shins. Bend your elbows back a little bit more, lift your shoulders up a little bit more, and relax your jaw. Suck your stomach in. Everybody roll forward. Push your big toes down. Lift your hips up. Push your knees back. Try to lock your legs. Change. Come on up. Arms with the ears. Knees can bend. Nice. Arms down. Awkward Utkatasana. Step your right foot to the right about 6 inches. Hip width distance. Insides of your feet perfectly parallel. Arms up. Parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, suck your stomach in, bend your knees, and sit down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway, only hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in, now lean your upper body back, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight, a little bit more weight back into your heels. Now lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, try to fall down backwards at the end. Change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Push your hips forward, now come up all the way on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down, lean back. Notice if your knees want to come in or out. Keep 6 inches between toes, heels, knees, and hands. Heels a little higher, knees a little higher. Change. Inhale to come up. Slowly with control, squeeze your knees together. Keep the insides of your feet parallel. Let your heels come a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down. Stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down. And one day, pause when you're a half inch off your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your breastbone, relax your collarbone, change, slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Second set, step your right foot to the right, hip width distance inside your feet parallel, arms up parallel to the floor, suck your stomach in, 3, 2, 1, bend your knees, sit down. So same thing, notice if your knees want to come way in or way out, try to keep your toes and knees pointing forward, fingers pointing forward, everything in line. Sit a little bit lower, drop your shoulders down, suck your stomach in, lift your chin up, chest up, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Second part, I'll show you from the side rather than sticking your butt out. Push your hips forward, tuck your tailbone under. Now come all the way up, playing with balance. Stretch up, bend your knees, and sit down. Balance is a fickle mistress, right? So sometimes it's easy to balance, sometimes not so much. Lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change. Inhale to come up, heels down for a moment. Keep arms strong, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little off the floor, slowly sit down. And I find that, my balance is affected by a lot of things. Sleep is one of them, but also changing seasons and changing in air pressure as well. So today, if you're in BC when it's raining, you might feel this posture a little bit different than when it's dry out. See if you can lift up 1 inch and change. Slowly come up. Good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, we'll do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right under left, cross. You can grab shoulders. You can interlock fingers, grip hands in prayer, thumbs towards your nose. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Cross your legs each other, twist like ropes. Try to wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. Do your best, but never force your body. Your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, left side. Bring your left arm under your right arm, left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your face. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg, left over right, cross twist, and eventually wrap your foot. Bring your knees to the left and upper body to the right. Eventually you want your wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankles, and weight in your heels. Sit down more, lean your upper body back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, right into second set. Swing right arm under left arm, think bicep under tricep, palms together. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down first, stay down there, and bring your right leg over your left leg. Think right hamstring over left quadricep. Notice as you wrap your legs, your knees twist to the left side of your mat. Bring your knees to the right, knees to the right, and up your body to the left. In other words, push your left hip forward, keep your 2 hips in line, right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Last one, left arm under right arm, palms together, wrists straight, pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, and bring your left leg over your right leg. So one of the reasons why we do half moon first, apart from that it's a good warm-up stretch, is that it's also a really nice way to learn how to even out your hips and shoulders. And we're gonna try and keep our hips and shoulders even in like pretty much every single class, every single posture we do. So notice throughout class if one hip is higher than the other and try to even them out. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, arms down, party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. Okay, let us continue. Standing, head to knee, Dandayamana Janushirasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. You can point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back. Option to stay here. You're working on your core strength, your hip flexor strength as you pull up on that left kneecap, standing leg locked. As you're ready, round down and pick up your right foot, webbing to webbing grip. Standing legs should be solid concrete, one piece, lamp post unbroken. You have no need. If you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing, slowly, gently lift your right leg up, stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. Take a breath, kick your heel forward. Everybody flex your toes back. It's a great way to stretch your Achilles and calf. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles, bring your chest down more. One day, elbows go below the calf muscles. change, slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot, and lift your left leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back the whole time. Stomach in the whole time, jaw relaxed the whole time. Round down and pick up your left foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, nice tight grip. If your right leg is locked, so there's no huge bend in the knee, right? Knee over ankle, then slowly lift your left leg up. And it's a real kick. Kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. Your standing leg is bending, posture hasn't started. Lift your hips up until both legs lock, and then bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles. One day elbows go below the calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend, or an even second set. Shift your weight to your left leg. Contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. Lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, suck your stomach in, round down, and pick up your foot. So one of the imbalances that a lot of long-term practitioners of this style of yoga get is they overdevelop the outer quadricep and then underdevelop the inner thigh. Make sure you're pulling up on your inner thigh muscles as well. If your left leg is locked, slowly lift your right leg up. Notice if your heel is turning to the left, toes to the right, heel to the floor, big toe to the ceiling. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance, slowly tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Lock your knee. Change. Slowly reverse out. Good for you. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg. Contract inner thigh as well as outer thigh. Lift your left leg up. Toes back. Stomach in. Slowly round down. Maybe it's just here today. Eventually, you can lift your thigh up more and pick up your foot. Lock your right leg. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Heel forward, toes back. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of your hamstrings, maybe even a cramp on your thigh. Bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles. Press your hips forward. Tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. If your big toe keeps coming off the floor like mine is, you're leaning back too much, keep moving your hips closer to your ribs. Change. Slowly reverse out. Good. Okay, standing bow pulling pose, feet together. Bring your right hand up, bring it out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Whee, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone. Bring your left arm up and back, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes. Take a deep breath, stretch up, and go for it. Charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Kicking and stretching should be equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. So kick really hard, slowly come down, bring the abdomen and chest parallel to the floor. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. From the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Shoulder blade scapula coming out of the body, body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up. Other side, bring your left hand up, out to the left. Imagine you're holding money in your hand. Don't drop the money. Reach back without dropping the money. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone, knees together, right arm up and back, hips in line. Contract your right thigh, point your left toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and charge your body forward. So you want to lift up your right kneecap the whole time. Reach your right shoulder forward, relax your left shoulder back, and breathe. Notice if your left hip is lifting up a lot, that's normal. I'm right there with you. Drop your left hip down, and then stretch your arms apart. So it's the spine opening rather than the hips compensating. Slowly come down to parallel. Keep your chin and chest lifted. Quadricep muscle engaged in the standing leg locked. Body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Kick yourself up. Woo, second set. Bring your right hand up, bring it out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle, left arm up, knees together, press your right hip forward to start. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, keep your right hip pointing forward, and now kick back and up. Charge your body forward. All 5 fingers together, thumb with your index finger, palm of your left hand faces the floor. Get your left arm parallel to the floor, make sure you're breathing, jaw relaxed, Mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward, breathe. Body down, kick, leg up, kick, charge your body forward, kick, kick, kick. Very nice, change. Come on up, last one. Bring your left hand up, you can do it. Bring it out to the left, reach back. Pick up the inside of your left ankle, knees together, right arm up. Contract your right quad, lock your right leg, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. You want to bring a little bit of weight into the ball of your foot, but make sure that you're not grabbing the floor of your toes. Toes stay relaxed, chin lifted. Do point your left toes. Bring your big toe up to the ceiling and your right fingers forward to the top of your mat. Body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, pick yourself up. Come to the back of your mat and Tula-Dandasana, balancing stick. This next posture is only 10 seconds. You have to make up your mind to use 100% of your strength. In half a second, if you're late, it's over. Feet together, arms over your head, palms together, lock your fingers, release your index fingers, cross your thumbs, lean back. Step your right foot forward, a big step. Lock both legs, point your left toes, and slowly tilt like a C-flat. So it's a short posture, but we still want to go in with control. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, 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 change. Left foot down, right foot back, arms back, chest up. Step your left foot forward, a big step. Lock both legs, point your right toes, and slowly tilt. Charge your body forward. Bring your right foot a little to the right and drop your right hip down. Body down more, leg up more. Lift your heel up, heel up, heel up, stretch. Change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Take a breath. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Step your right foot forward, lock both legs, point your left toes, and tilt. So can you keep your arms with your ears? Even if you don't go down all the way, that's okay. Biceps with ears, neck neutral, body down, leg up, stretch. Change. Left foot down, right foot back. Last one, here we go. Step your left foot forward, squeeze your palms together, lock both legs, point your right toes, and tilt. So think like a human tug of war and you're the rope, right? You're charging forward and stretching back. Can you lengthen your right leg a little bit more? Point your right toes, chest down, heel up, stretch. Good, change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. For the next 3 postures, we will stand on separate legs. You are welcome to come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat. I will continue to face you, standing separate leg stretching, Dandayamana, Vikatapata, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Big step, arms down parallel to the floor. You have an option to turn your toes in or keep your toes pointing forward. Contract your quads, lift your kneecaps, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. This is a great way to stretch the backs of your hamstrings. Grab your heels from behind. For this posture and the next 2, you're welcome to take a larger or smaller step. And if you can't grab your heels after playing around with your step, you can grab the outsides of your feet to pull, or you can start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward. Bring the weight into the balls of your feet. Contract your quads, lock your legs. First the leg stretching, hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching. 3, 60-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Change, slowly come up. Triangle Trikonasana. Turn your right foot out and take a bigger step. Wider step. Bend your right leg and sit down as low as you can. Keep your hips down there, lean back and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, stretch down. Aim your right fingers between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder. Breathe through your nose. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow. Turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Good, change. Rotate your arms. Straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. And when we have tight hips or hamstrings, we might not be able to sit down all the way, and that's okay. Sit as low as you can, keep your spine straight, and now move your arms. So if you're unable to sink your hips super low, that's really normal. Maybe just have your wrist or forearm in front of the knee so that you still have a diagonal line from your ankle to the crown of your head rather than collapsing down, right? As you're ready, you're gonna drop your right thigh down, look up towards the ceiling and reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, right foot, flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in, standing separate leg head to knee. Take a slightly smaller step. Arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs. Shift the weight into your heels, pick up your toes, and pivot to one side of the room. If you're on the long side of your mat, you'll face the back of your mat. Turn your back, left toes in, and then push your hips forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So you want 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, not crisscross, and your backside foot should make a 45-degree angle. For anyone who has a history of herniated discs, this is the posture to watch out for. Anytime we round the spine and go down, it can be a little intense on the back. So eventually you're going to bend your front leg and touch your knee and head together, but you don't want to force your back, especially if you have a history of like back pain or back spasms. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, use your core muscles, stomach in, change. Use your abdominal wall strength to slowly come up, vertebra by vertebra, head up last. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room, uncross your heels, turn your back toes in, push your right hip forward, 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So you want to go down slowly with control. When we go slow, it's a bit safer, and it's also a good way to build strength and balance. Stretch your fingers beyond your big and second toe, and you can bend your front leg if you want, or take a bigger or smaller step. Try to touch your exactly knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together first, stomach in, change. Push your left heel into the floor as you come up, head up, last. Good, pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. High five, second set, stretching, arms overhead, step your right foot to the right, big step. Walk your legs, lift your chest, swan dive forward. So if you have active sciatica, keep the insides of your feet parallel in this posture. Otherwise, try turning your toes in towards each other. Grab your heels from behind, bend your elbows back to calves, shoulders to ceiling. So lift your shoulders up and then suck your stomach in. Everybody roll forward, touch your forehead to the floor. If your forehead's already touching the floor, take a smaller step. If your forehead's nowhere near the floor, take a bigger step. Roll forward a little bit more. Contract your quads, lift your hips, lock your legs. Change, slowly come up, press the hips forward. Triangle, second set, turn your right foot out, take a bigger step. Left toes can turn in a little bit. Bend your right leg, sit down, keep your hips where they are, and just move the arms. Again, you want this long stretch from the ankle all the way to the crown of the head. So hips sitting down, chest lifting up. Look up towards the ceiling, look for your left thumb, reach your left arm up, stretch your right arm down, turn, twist upper body back, lock your left leg, left foot, flat on the floor. Change, move your arms, straighten your leg. Right toes in, left toes out, make sure your heels are in one line. Inhale, bend your left leg, sit down, lunge, lean back, and move your arms. Hover your fingers just between your big and second toe, never quite touching the floor. Look up towards the ceiling and stretch up. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with your arms so that the knee is directly over your ankle, not to the right of your ankle. Turn, twist upper body back, lift your right kneecap. Keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate arms, straighten leg, left toes in, arms up. Second set, head to knee, Jani Shavasana. You might want a slightly smaller step. Pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, push your hips forward, forward, forward. 2 hips in line. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your front foot all the way down. Chin tucked to chest, suck your stomach in, touch your forehead and knee together. Now, as you're bringing your knee and head together, notice if that left hip wants to lift up or back. That's really normal. Press your left hip forward and down, just like triangle pose, to keep your 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, head up last. Pivot on your heels. I'm going to show you from the front. Make sure heels are in line, but not crisscross. It'll make it hard to balance. Turn your back toes in, and then you really want to press the right hip forward until your hips and armpits are open. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down with control. Slower you do, better you do, working on your strength, your balance, flexibility, and patience. Stretch your fingers forward for a balance challenge. Keep your hands together. And again, notice if this right hip is lifting up and back. Push your right hip forward and down to keep your two hips in line. That way, both sides of your back are equally the same. Throat choked, eyes open, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Press your right hip forward, push your left heel down all the way up. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat and towel, tree pose. Lift your left kneecap up, contract your left quad, and then lift your right leg up. At first, your foot's on your shin, your knee, your thigh. Eventually, hold on to your foot from underneath. Touch your heel to your costume, so sole of foot is flat to the ceiling. This is a half lotus shape that we're doing with the body. Bring your right hand up, and if you can balance, left hand up. You're welcome to stay here or flow to a fun posture called toe stand. Start to fold forward. Touch hands to the floor, walk hands forward, lean forward first, lift your heel, bend your knees, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Point your right toes, drop your right knee down. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, put your hands on the floor, lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. You can also come up on 2 feet. Change, right leg down, lock your right leg, and lift your left leg up. And this side might feel a little or a lot different, and that's okay. Touch your heel to your costume, slowly let your knee drop down. You want to feel it in your hip, but not your knee. If you need to hold on to your knee, if it's not ready to drop yet, that's okay. Eventually, 2 knees in line. Left hand up, and if you can balance, right hand up. But if you're like me and your foot falls, just hold on to your foot the whole time. Toe stand, pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you, don't move your eyes. Simply looking to the floor sets the intention. That might be enough for today. As you're ready, fold forward. Hands to floor before the knee bend. So once your hands are on the floor, put your weight into your arms first. Now lift your heel, bend your knee, lean forward as you sit, so there's no weight on your kneecap. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor, lift your hips up to straighten the standing leg, and then press your hips forward to reverse out, and also come up on 2 feet. Good for you. Change. Left leg down onto yourself. Give yourself high five. Fist bump. Turn around, Savasana. We are on the floor for the rest of class. I'm going to adjust this angle ever so slightly. Okay. So Savasana, bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. So you inhale, feel your chest rise. As you exhale, let your shoulders soften. Sometimes we live in this place of scarcity, like there's not enough to go around. But there's some things that are free in life, right? Like giving a compliment to somebody, that's free. Expressing gratitude towards yourself, that's free. So just take a moment here, and if it would suit you today, just think of 3 things that you're grateful for about yourself. No negative self-talk. Okay. Carry that with you throughout the rest of class, treating yourself as you would a dear friend. Pavana Uttasana when you're moving pose. If your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight, white knuckle grip, pull your knee out and down, and fold. Avoid your rib cage. Keep your left leg on the floor. Change. Right leg down, left leg up. Pull your knee out and down towards your armpit. If your right leg doesn't naturally touch the floor here, that's normal. Flex your right toes back to your face, try to anchor calf, hip, and shoulder down. Change. Left leg down, both legs up. Grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a really big hug for coming to class. Good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body. Squeeze tight. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change. Arms down and eyes open. Second set, right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, switch to grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Pull your knee out and down. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. Notice if your left hip is lifting way up. From a bird's eye view, you want your 2 shoulders and 2 hips to be parallel, like 4 corners of a rectangle. Change, left leg down, words are hard. Both legs up, grab your elbows each other, maybe other elbow on top. Try to keep your heels in line side by side, not crisscross. When you line up your heels, you line up your hips and by extension, your spine. So even though we're squeezing tight, eventually the shoulders and hips lie flat. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back, please skip the sit up, roll off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Okay, turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana. Place your hands flat on the floor below your shoulders so your elbows point up. Bring your feet together like a cobra's tail. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Hug your arms into your sides and bring your elbows down towards your hips. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs. Push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change. Slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on the towel, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor, fingers below your shoulders, feet together, lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. So this is a really great way to start to wake up the muscles in your back. Make sure that your neck is in line with the rest of your spine so you're not dropping your head down or jamming it all the way back. Press your hands down a little bit more. Relax your shoulders. Keep your feet together. Lift your chest up. Good. Change. Slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on the towel. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Breathing in, breathing out. Locust Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms straight position. Rotate your arms so that palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. If you can't bring your arms underneath you yet, that's fine. Keep your hands out to the side, palms face down. Lock your right leg, point your right toes and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Stretch your big toe to the wall behind you. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg. Lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. Imagine you're drawing a line up the back wall using your big toe. So you want to lengthen to lift, contract your left quadricep. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, squeeze your butt, walk your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up, you can do it. Struggle a little harder, don't give up. Mouth down, knees together, feet together, lock your legs, lift your heels up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out, releasing the tourniquet effect on the arms. Look to the right, left ear on the towel, slow inhale. Even slower exhale. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, wiggle your arms underneath you, spread your fingers wide, block your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up. So if your palms are facing your thighs and your knuckles are touching the floor, flip your palms the other way. I know that it's more uncomfortable, but it's actually safer for your shoulders. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, block your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up. And I think this is a nice life lesson, right? Like a lot of times the thing that's actually a little bit harder or more uncomfortable is actually safer and healthier for us in the long term. Change, left leg down, tuck your chin and knock down, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Press your shoulders down, feet together, knees together, lock your legs, point your toes, squeeze your butt, lift your heels up. Good, change, slowly lower down, arms out, look to the left, breathing in, breathing out. Full locust, chin forward, Purna Shalabhasana, arms out to the side, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor, just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Now lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right. This posture is really great for strengthening the back. It's also good for shoulder mobility. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. So eventually the arms will be perpendicular to the body, arms out to the side. However, if you have frozen shoulder and the arms are down, don't force your body, just slowly over time, you're gonna lift them up. Feet together, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left. So the mind is a pretty powerful thing. If your body's not doing what you want it to do today, still in your mind's eye, be carving that neurological pattern, right? Like I'm lifting my arms, I'm lifting my legs. Even if on paper it doesn't look like you're going very far, you're setting that intention and eventually the body catches up. Dhanurasana floor bow, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling and start to kick into your hands. So even if you're only coming a millimeter off the floor, imagine your thighs lifting all the way up, big toes up to the ceiling. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out to your nose, knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, lower down, look to your right, left ear on the towel. Picture your whole body melting onto the floor. Let the floor hold you up. Second set, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick really hard into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission from the side. Your arms and legs should make 2 wheels and 1 base. So notice if your knees are way wider than your hips, I'm right there with you. Try to bring knees in, feet out, wrist straight, look up, kick, 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 kick. Good, change, lower down, look to your left and take a breath. Okay, chin forward, hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat and towel. I'll show you from the side, fixed firm Supta Vajrasana. Open your knees, open your feet, start to walk your hands back. Eventually you're gonna sit down between your heels. Now, if you have tight toes, ankles, or knees, you might not go all the way down. You can have your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time, and that's perfectly fine. If you can sit between your heels with your knees on the floor, put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, knees never come off the floor, left elbow down, never force your knees. Drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, and hips, but never a point of pain. Change, put your hands on your feet, push up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So one of the reasons why we do 2 sets of this posture, in the first set, we cut off some circulation to the lower body. Then we release into Savasana. We get a big rush of blood through the toes, ankles, knees, and hips, helping to push out any lactic acid or uric acid buildup. And so second set, theoretically, you might be able to go just a scotch further. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, so often the release from the posture is as therapeutic as the posture itself. Open your knees and feet and start to walk your hands back. And a little bit of compression goes a long way, right? So if you're feeling a stretch right here, stay here. Eventually hips to floor. If this posture is easy for you, make it hard again. Bring your knees together, put your hands on your feet, right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head on the floor, tuck your chin in, maybe get a deeper backward bend, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows to each other and hold, breathe in. And as you exhale, just relax, breathe out. Good, change, put your hands on your feet, push up. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. And again, as we release out of the posture, we release the tourniquet effect, lots of fresh blood rushing through the lower body. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Back of your mat and towel, half tortoise, Ardha Krimasana. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. So we're still working to stretch out the toes and ankles. Arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and slowly go down. You can place one or both hands on the floor and walk yourself in. Otherwise, going down, feet together, knees together, hands together, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Tilt your pinky fingers down. Try to get your wrists and elbows off the floor. As you inhale, reach your arms forward. As you exhale, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up. You can put your hands on the floor and push up, or arms to your ears. Nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. If the sit-ups ever start to bother your back, please skip them. And always roll off to the side to meet us for the next posture. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, keep your heels on the floor, sit up. Heels on the floor as you sit up. Good, okay, come to the top, back of your mat and towel, second set. Half tortoise, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead, palms together, stretch up and go down. So the slower you do, the better you do, right? You're gaining all this control, this strength. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Change, slowly come up, stomach in, nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Take a moment in Savasana, picture your back getting longer, the whole body just stretching out onto the floor. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, arms to your ears. Good, come to the top of your mat and towel, Camel Ustrasana. I'll show you from this side. Open your knees, 6 inches between knees and feet. Place your hands on your lower back and bring your elbows in a little bit. Thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open and look up. If this feels okay, lift your nose, lift your chin, eventually head back. You can stay here or go back halfway. When you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside. Left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels yet, keep your hands on your back. It's safer for your spine. Press hips forward, lift chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Change, put your hands on your back first, and then push up without twisting your spine. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. Any sensations that arise when you're in that posture or coming out of it? Acknowledge, name it, and then just let it go. We're practicing non-attachment, not detachment, right? Non-attachment, a little bit different, like acknowledging, but not following. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Detachment is like, I don't care about anything. Non-attachment is like, I really care about that, but just for now, I'm gonna set it aside, right? Come to the top of your mat and towel, open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up. And it turns out when we let stuff go, when we put things aside, if only for an hour, it turns out when we come back, we have renewed vision, compassion towards ourselves. If you'd like, grab your heels. And when we're more compassionate towards ourselves, it turns out we're more compassionate towards other people. And then like life goes a little bit easier, right? Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, hold still and breathe. Change, put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, good, turn around, Savasana. So detachment would say, I don't feel anything right now. Attachment would say, I am sick. Non-attachment would say, I feel nauseous, but I know that I'm not sick, right? It's a feeling, a sensation. I am more than my feelings and sensations, but I am not denying their existence. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Middle of your mat and tall, rabbit, Sasangasana, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, make L's with your hands. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest, go down, chin to chest, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, round your spine. Change, hips down, slowly uncurl, vertebra by vertebra, disc by disc, head up last. Good, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, middle of your mat and towel, second set, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels from the outside, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels, roll forward, lift your hips up. Try to keep the tops of your feet, ankles, shins, and knees on the floor. If your feet are coming up, if you're like tipping way forward, lean back a little bit, feet down on the floor. Now hips up and forward, stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So language is a curious thing, right? There is a bit of a difference between saying like, I feel sad versus like, I am sad, right? I feel nauseous versus like, I am sick, right? And those things, they're subtle, but again, with yoga, we're practicing that middle ground of like acknowledging how you feel, but also acknowledging that you're so much more than a passing thought or sensation, right? You're so much more than that. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. One set of head to knee with stretching. Right leg out, left leg in, arms over your head, stretch up. Just one set. Turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. The name of this posture is head to knee. Spoiler alert, if you want to touch your head to your knee, you can bend your right leg as much as you need. Touch your knee and head together, interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing, flex your toes back to your face, suck your stomach in. Bend your elbows down, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll into the left. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in. Stretch up, turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest. You can bend your leg as much as you need. Interlock your fingers, grab at the ball of your foot, flex your toes back, touch knee and head together. If it's easy to touch your knee and head together with a bent leg though, keep going. So one day leg straight, one day leg locked, one day elbows to floor, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here and stretch up. Otherwise, gently lie down and sit up, arms to your ears. One set of stretching, Paschimottanasana. I'll show you from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with middle and index fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back. When our hamstrings are tight, our back will compensate. When our back is tight, our hamstrings will compensate, right? Those things are related. So for here, we're gonna try and keep a flat back. That means knees can stay bent and you can fold forward. Slowly over time, you're gonna lengthen your legs a little bit more and keep coming down with a flat back. Now, eventually you can get your legs straight and eventually legs locked. Now go down, elbows down, stomach to thighs pull, chest to knee stretch, one day toes and head touch. Good, change. Stay seated, flowing into spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch right heel to left knee corner, right arm behind you, left arm up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, hand, heel, and knee touch, point your left toes, keep your right butt cheek on the floor. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you or play around with balance. Grab your hip, your waistband, one day inner thigh. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. I'll show you from the side. Bend your right leg on the floor. Touch left heel to right knee corner. You can also have your right leg straight out in front of you. Left arm very close behind you like a second spine. Right arm up and over. Inhale, stretch up, stomach in. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist. You don't need your hand for balance. Wrap it behind you, do the half bind. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over your left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, final breathing, good for you. Sit knees, feet together, Hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times. So all you do is exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, snap your stomach in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs take in air. Sit up tall. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Breathing in. And breathing out. So in meditation, you say there's no such thing as a good meditator or a bad meditator. There are simply people who meditate and people who don't. And I would actually extend that to yoga as well, right? Like you practice yoga. So for the sake of today, right? Like you are a yogi. Again, using that interesting language, right? For an identity, if it suits you, to say, just for today, I'm a yogi, right? I practice yoga. If it doesn't suit you, that's fine too. Just say, just for today, I spent an hour breathing with myself and some friends, and hopefully you feel good at the end of this. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. I am calm. I am relaxed. I am at peace. I am that I am that I am.